Hello and welcome to LudumCast episode 11. I am your host, Spellbound, and this is ThePowerhead and Moon. Say hello, guys.
This is the sad head.
Oh.
Hello.
This is the sad head. This is not the LudumCast. This is the misery cast. Hello.
I mean,
yes, somewhat.
Everything is sadness.
it is quite a not a lot of positive things going on lately.
Yeah, this podcast is a podcast of misery and sadness.
Okay, sure. I guess that'll be the title.
Episode 11, misery and sadness. Sold out everywhere.
So in this episode, we will be discussing the loss of a very important figure in gaming, in the gaming industry. Conan, the recently announced Fallout 76, stuff going on with PUBG and Epic Games, Radical Heights, and an assortment of other things that depend. I guess. What? Go on.
It's an assortment of topics we will carefully and very slowly devour quickly, basically.
Of course, precisely, yes.
I mean,
yes, very, very slowly.
Every episode, I kind of hope we might do this a bit quickly, but
it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Look,
you're an idiot for thinking that.
No, I'm an optimist. Fuck you. So let's just go on.
You know, there is a saying in Bulgarian, which is "Блажени са вярващите." It means "blessed are the believers," and you say it when something is absolutely not going to happen.
Yes. Oh, you sweet summer child.
Yep.
So TotalBiscuit died.
Yes, TotalBiscuit died. Let's be sad again.
TotalBiscuit died.
He died at 33.
Yep. It sort of came out of nowhere, and we were expecting it. Like he made the Reddit post. We knew it was coming. It just came really suddenly. I woke up one morning, checked. I was on Instagram, and one of his his friends, TJ Smith, not as well known, but he just posted like in sort of like a goodbye. I'm like, holy crap, is he dead already? And turns out he passed. He passed.
Fucking cancer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking cancer comes out of fucking nowhere, ruins people's fucking lives. Fucking hate cancer.
No one likes cancer. They did a, I guess, sort of memorial podcast this Tuesday.
Yes, they did.
So if you want to know more about TotalBiscuit, or just want to know see the memorial podcast, you can just watch that. It has all the information that you
on YouTube at the moment.
I don't think it's been released yet.
As we're recording this, it hasn't been released.
Yeah. It might be when we. When this goes up, it might be up. We will put a link to it.
Yes.
If it's there.
Good. Maybe we should start using YouTube annotations for these things, huh?
Entering to the actual memorial fund.
Yes. Oh, yes. There's also the memorial fund, which I recommend that if you were a fan of TB's work, I believe one should contribute to these sorts of things, because that guy was great. I watched his videos ever since fucking World of Warcraft Cataclysm beta. That's how I found him, actually, and I just watched his videos ever since and loved it all the way. So
he was a very pro-consumer, which is a thing. It's always good to have someone who champions the consumers. My first TB video, I think, was Moon was the one who introduced him to me, so it was before the Terraria episodes. But the Terraria episodes was basically this is how I discovered Jesse Cox, which is my favorite YouTuber. So, it's a lot of people say that TotalBiscuit was instrumental to a lot of people's career. Whether you use YouTube or in gaming, but for their careers taking off. So this is a man that did a lot of good, and I would say deserves to be remembered as such.
Yeah. He had a huge impact throughout the entire fucking industry, from Blizzard games to Warframe and many indie developers. Like, there's no denying that. And it's really fucking sad to like see someone like that just gone at the age of 33. I mean,
just reminds you that life is unfair.
Oh man, just fucking hell, man.
Oh well.
Yep. Well, do your best to support him if you enjoy John's work, and whatever you thought of the man personally, his contribution to the gaming industry is indeed quite large. He's helped many YouTubers grow and get into the career, and personally, he's helped me find a lot of good games. I suppose somewhat shaped my taste in gaming, and honestly, he's one of the people I have to thank for just a general attitude of not being satisfied with mediocrity and just doing the best you can, both in your work and also in what you consume and use. Always do the best you can.
Yes.
Yep.
Words to live by, my friend.
And he leaves behind the Co-optional podcast, which is not going away. I think Jenna is. I think his wife Jenna is going to take over.
Yeah,
because she's also.
He talks about this in the Reddit post that he made before stopping being a game critic.
Yeah, before he sort of retired because his health wouldn't allow him to do it. Before retired, he basically mentioned that he wants his wife to take over his channel, and I'm actually very curious to see what becomes of this, because. It's not that she's as much of a nerd as he was. So
I always enjoyed their videos together. Like they always made me laugh a lot. It was great. So I think the channel's in good hands, definitely.
Yes, I believe so too. Maybe you won't get the same exact type of content, but I mean. I don't know what kind of a games critic, if a critic at all she is, but I'll be interested in seeing what she makes, and I'll be watching them.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yep,
that's nice. It's gonna be cool.
Okay, wow, this is getting very depressing. There's been a lot of talk of TotalBiscuit online, and I'm sure you must have heard of it at this point. So. I guess we've said our piece, and we should move on to the next topic.
Yes. RIP.
Yep.
And God bless, my friend.
Yep. God bless. Okay. Okay.
Let's move on to something more enthusiastic than.
Yes.
A game.
Old friends.
Yes.
Let's talk about slavery.
Yes. Slavery is good.
Yes.
Well, the game with slavery in it is good, which is specifically Conan Exiles.
Yes, Conan Exiles is good. It is good game that made me spend many hours building a fucking wall. Jesus.
And you made the cannibals pay for it.
And yes, there's also cannibalism. Way. To anyone who doesn't know, then Conan Exiles is a survival game published and developed by Funcom, based on their Conan license. And it's a survival game, so you have certain things like grabbing rocks, grabbing sticks, building stone things, mining, cutting down trees, and then there's the building mechanics, of course. Oh, there's also dungeons, raids, slavery, cannibalism. Everything's trying to kill you. Giant crocodiles, giant spiders, a swamp. Conan things.
Yes,
Conan things.
That's basically the overlay of the game. It's a survival game set in the Conan universe, and it's pretty good. I'm actually impressed.
Yeah, I'm not much into survival games myself, but Conan has a very Conan has a very interesting building mechanic. It has this sort of two central pieces, which is a square foundation, right, a cube, and then one that's is it an equilateral triangle?
Yes,
it's an equilateral triangle, so 60 degrees on each vertex. And when you combine these two together, you can actually create some very have a great versatility in the shapes that you create. Now, it's not perfect, but it does give you a certain degree of freedom to creating some pretty interesting constructions. And one of the things that I appreciate,
very time consuming.
Oh my god, it's so time consuming, because I guess the balance there is to play as a clan. If you're going to play this solo,
the whole thing about Conan Exiles is you're playing in a server with 49 other people. I think the server maximum is 50, right?
44 official servers, but the actual engine maximum right now is 70. Although
70. Well,
do not try to get 70 people; it will fucking break.
Yes, like the more you build on a server, the more buggy the server becomes. That's just how it's gonna be. But the whole point of the
needs major optimization right now.
Given that it's a Conan game, the whole point of the game is just like survive, build a base, expand, have your little clan with your little slaves, with your minions that do your things, sort of things like that, So you it's a preparation for conquest type game, and then you do the actual conquest.
Yes.
There's also an underlying story, but it's nothing like Subnautica. It's much more.
Yeah. The story is basically
it's there to give you something to do.
Yeah, exactly. It sort of points you toward things that. To me, the story basically is like the main quest of Skyrim. It's a thread you can follow, but as you follow the thread, you'll just get distracted by the 50 landmarks in your way. So
pretty much. Oh yeah, that's something like that's a good comparison, because the map is filled with stuff to explore.
Usually, there
are no map seeds. There are no map seeds from what I can tell, right?
Unless there's
a modded server or something.
Don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think that there exists. So the map is just filled with stuff to explore and to see, and some of them are quite interesting. Others are just points of interest, I guess. The desert is filled with just nothing sometimes. Even if they say oh yes, this, even if you discover a marker in the middle of nowhere, and it's not really that interesting. But some other areas have some pretty big and important points that are actually very interesting to explore, which is nice. It's very nice.
Yep, it's
but the whole point of the game is more the PvP. Honestly, I think that's the main thing.
Not for me, interestingly. This is the thing. I'm not a PvP gamer at all, and I play Conan because to me it's the construction aspect that really fascinates me.
Yeah, but to be fair, we've only played in our little server. We have our own server that it's just us. 8 people, I think, at the moment. Right. So it's we don't really experience that. We don't really experience that, but there is supposed to be a certain level of people are gonna come and they're gonna steal our shit happening in the other servers, and we don't really. We tried to make that happen. We divided ourselves into 2 clans, but that never really took off.
Yeah, I don't know. Look,
we cannot pay for it, but
I know, man. I this is not why I play the game, so I'm fine with it. No, what I'm saying is that it's not. It can attract different types of players.
Yeah. Well, there are PvE servers, definitely. So
right.
If you're a fan of survival games and and you don't like PvP, you'll be fine. There are PvE servers. that you can get into, and you just do your thing and build, and it's fine.
I'd like to point out, since I played a fair bit of Rust on the ZF Quan, where Soviet Wombo is from, another YouTuber. And Rust is kind of, the game that sparked all of this. After Rust came Mark, and then came Conan. I haven't played Dark, but Conan definitely has some of the DNA of Rust, but it's certainly a lot better in my opinion. Like, the building system is slightly better. There's a lot more shapes than just the squares of Rust. Rust also has wedges, but Rust doesn't have the roofing pieces, for example. At least not when I last played. And Rust, the thing about Rust is it's entirely PvP and survival based. It's only that. There's nothing else. Like, the PvE is just wild animals that are glitchy as hell and just not fun. Not fun at all. Conan, while the PvE is certainly not perfect, and there are some issues like
rubber banding,
HP bloat with the world bosses.
Oh my god, world bosses are kind of stupid.
We have a crocodile living next door, but terrifying.
We have a spider living next door.
Hit detection being kind of off, but what they did is they basically gave each weapon 4 light attacks and 4 heavy attacks, and you can chain them in a combo, and you can also dodge roll. It's basically a budget Dark Souls white. And it kind of works.
I would kind of say it's a budget for Honor.
Not really. You don't really have the attack direction.
Dark Souls isn't really combo based.
Yeah, but for Honor is, but also for Honor the attack direction is like a major part of the combat.
Okay, like Mountain Blade.
And for Honor you kind of need to be walking onto people, while in Conan you can, although the walk-on system needs fixing, has a lot of things. Still they're working on it. It's in the test live, it's fixed even. You can walk on, but you can also just swing around. And most weapons also have like a secondary property. Daggers bleed, swords cripple, hammers smash armor, axes and maces go through shields.
Dancers poison you.
Dancers bleed you to death because they have daggers for whatever reason. But it's decently nuanced, and there are a lot of viable playstyles. There's a lot of viable weapons. Unless you want to be an archer.
Archery is a bit useless.
Archery.
Except for that one boss. And that's it.
Yep. It just needs a kind of a rework. Yeah.
The serpent one.
So, you mean the one in the city?
The Abyssal Remnant.
Oh. Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah. That's the only one. That's the only creature where a bow is useful.
Yep.
Because everything else is just everything else is just better.
Yeah, the bows. I don't know. I wonder if it's just it's balanced the way it is right now, because if you make them stronger, I feel like they would. It's like it needs this perfect number to be balanced. Right now it feels underpowered. If you just make it stronger, it might sort of unbalance something. I don't know. It's just weird. Archery is kind of weird in this game.
I don't think it works as well as everything else does. Like even the perks, because there are RPG elements in the combat, and there are perks, and even the archery perks aren't really that incredible.
Yeah, there
are some bugs with the system in general as well, which makes it even more underpowered. But the foundations for a good combat system are there, I think.
Yeah.
And the Funcom are committed to improving it, which they probably should, because it's their best fucking selling game ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, what was it, over 1.4 million so far?
Yep.
I
think combat will be in a good spot. But if you're a hardcore PvP Rust player who likes shooting his AK and blowing bases, I mean, you find that, but it's not really entirely geared towards that in this regard.
Yes. And if you piss off the right person, you can always like end up having a tentacle monster summon at your door and killing you.
Yep.
That can also happen. So
Yeah,
don't
that
piss
was
off the wrong
amazing.
people. That was great.
That was really amazing.
For everyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, there was a guy who was playing solo on a PvP server, but a server rule said no raiding. So basically, no clan attacks another clan, right? You don't steal other people's stuff, fine. But there was one clan that pissed off the wrong solo player. And they raided him and they stole his stuff, and then he logged back in and he was like, where's my stuff? Oh my god, those sons of bitches. So he spent the next hours farming 2 weeks farming so that he could summon the avatar of his god. Yes, you can summon the avatar of your god. Yes, there are religions to destroy the entire base, and he did. So don't piss off the wrong guy.
Yep.
If you're going to play Conan, don't piss off the wrong people.
If you're wondering how progression works, basically the sort of journeys, you get journey steps that you have to follow, and they give you experience. When you discover locations, you also get experience. When you level up, you can put points into strength or vitality or agility,
strength, vitality, agility, encumbrance, grit, and survival. There are also feats, which are basically
you unlock new technology, sort of.
Yeah, basically you can spec into, if you want to learn how to build bows, if you want to learn how to build swords,
or
if
axes.
You want to learn how to build axes. Like there aren't the max level is 60, so there aren't enough points for you to learn everything, unless of course you're a server admin. In that case, you can learn whatever you want.
Yep.
But apart from that, if you're just a regular player, you won't have enough points to learn everything. So you need to spec into, okay, if you want to use swords, you should probably, you need to specialize. If you want to use swords and shields, you probably want to learn how to make swords and shields. If you want to make light armor, you need to learn how to make light armor only. If you want to use heavy armor, you should probably learn how to make heavy armors, stuff like that. It's a neat mechanic and it works. Even with the limited points, you still get enough to vary things up a bit, which is fine.
And speaking of armors, I think Conan has an interesting way of incentivizing players from. It's like if you wear heavy armor, it's not necessarily the best armor, because while it gives you most defense, it slows you down. You spend more stamina, and it's very heavy, so you can't carry as much while you're wearing heavy armor. Also, your dodge becomes a sidestep, so you don't dodge as far.
Yeah,
so,
but to be fair,
there are builds that go around. If you want to cheese PvP, currently sadly it's not entirely balanced. You just grab your Silent Legion armor and a spear and you're set.
I mean, sure, but what I'm saying is that the heavy armor, while it provides no defense, with light armor you will get fewer defenses, but you're more agile, you spend less stamina, stuff like that, right? So to me, it's an interesting sort of pros and cons. I'm not saying it's completely balanced, but to me this is an interesting pros and cons.
Like most things in Conan, the intention is there, and it mostly works, but it needs fixing.
That could be Funcom's model.
Pretty much. That's everything in the game.
Have you played Secret World?
I have. That's what I was about to say. I've only played 3 Funcom games. You know, Age of Conan, Secret World, and Conan Exiles. And I'm like, well, in my experience with Funcom, it's just the intent is there. It's just not executed the way they want to. But they'll get there if they get there eventually.
Eventually,
They get there eventually. And I'm sure if Funcom had a huge an actual investor, like if they just had the money, if someone just said, hey, here have money, you know, I think they'd be able to accomplish everything that they actually want to do immediately.
I mean, they kind of do. You can publicly check their last investor briefing PDF for just after Conan released, and it's very positive.
Yeah, well,
I expect Conan to get them an influx of money just from game sales and a lot of more faith from their investors, because let's face it, their previous games were good ideas and they had good runs, but they were never like big breakout hits. Conan is kind of a breakout hit in the survival genre.
Yeah.
Totally. Secret World Legends is the re-release of Secret World with the overhauled combat and skill mechanics and whatever, and it's been doing quite well, I think, and I hope that I actually hope that Conan Exiles, with the success of Conan Exiles, that actually helps the game, because I very much enjoyed the Secret World. It's just that there are a couple of things that bother me about the game, and I hope that with the success of this game that they can fix those little issues I have with the Secret World, because it's a very, very good game and I very much enjoy it.
I mean, the idea behind the Secret World is really cool, but
yeah, I really like the game. I just wish that those things that didn't bother me were there. Like those really some design choices aren't really not there for me. But apart from that, Conan's really good, and you should definitely get it if you like survival games, and don't be afraid of the PvP. You can always go for PvE and give it a spin. It's great. It's the world's very interesting as well. So
if you like super interesting.
If you like the whole sword and fantasy type thing,
was it sandals and sorcery? Is that what you said, man?
Sandals and sorcery, yes.
Sword and sandals, damn it.
Sword and sandals.
It does not have any sorcery. That's actually kind of a big disclaimer for any big Conan fans. Well, sorcery is not a thing.
It doesn't have sorcery in the game, but the world of Conan itself has sorcery.
There is magic. It's just that,
you cannot become a mage.
You cannot become a mage, yeah. There is magic in the world of Conan. It's just
that's sort of what I was getting at, like the theme of Conan.
Like Conan says, I don't have the stomach for sorcery.
Oh, does he? Does he say that?
Yeah, he hates sorcerers.
Well,
I've actually, because of Conan Exiles, I actually got myself a copy of the complete works of Conan. The Centenary Edition, which has every single short story and book that was published by the author.
I see.
And it's quite enjoyable so far.
He was buddies with Lovecraft, apparently.
He was, which is why the god of the cannibalists is called Yog.
Survival games.
Which is a good nod. Yes.
All right.
It's a good time for survival games.
I mean, okay, since you said that, can we talk about the other survival game?
It's not even a survival game.
I mean, we don't look. Jesus Christ! Chill out,
dude. Spellbound. It's Vault 76. You know what Vault 76 is, right?
It was a control vault.
No, it was the first vault to come out after the Fallout. Okay, for everyone. Okay, so we're talking about Fallout 76 now. Okay.
Yes, we have moved from Conan Exiles, and we're not talking about Fallout 76, which was literally just.
Come back here.
It was announced. What? Yesterday? This morning? When the hell? Okay.
It was yesterday, I think.
Yes. Well, it's been very recent. Recently announced, and from the looks of it, and from what we're hearing from Kotaku and people who have had I guess a look at the game, they're saying it's going to be an online survival game, right?
Yes,
so
it is.
I am straight up just expecting the Fallout 4 settlement system with the resource collection.
Yep.
And with other stuff like
Yep. That's exactly what you should expect from the game.
So your vault might be your hub. You go outside, find somewhere to establish a settlement, make a settlement, and start, I guess, roaming around and find people, because this is like 20-25 years after the bombs. It is
20 years after the Great War, meaning it's 20 years after the
there's just nothing, right? You are going to be building everything.
Oh yes, you are going to be building everything, and that's the whole point behind Vault 76. It was lore-wise the first vault to open its doors after the war.
Yep.
And to just explore and grow and build a new home in the post-apocalypse, basically.
Yep.
So that is exactly what you're gonna do. I have no doubt about that.
I do not expect a single player RPG spin-off in the like New Vegas or.
I wonder if they'll try to make paid mods again.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. Like the whole point of Skyrim Special Edition was just to bring paid mods to Skyrim. So I have no doubt that Bethesda will try to bring that to their future titles, their future RPGs. Now that being said, this is an online RPG, so I don't know.
It's so there are so many things that bother me with like the words online only Fallout game.
I mean, it's just admittedly my knee-jerk reaction is to just nope. But
I mean,
I am intrigued.
Fight other players, because it's like it's not really a fair fight to fight other players in the Fallout game. I mean,
yeah, I'm sort of
even the guys who created the Skyrim co-op mod knew that PvP was stupid.
Maybe you can. It's sort of like a Dark Souls system where you hop into somebody else's game and you are a raider in his game and you try to fight him.
Like a Escape from Tarkov thing, then. Where you just go out as a bandit and try to get stuff.
What is Escape from Tarkov?
It's the it's also a survival game.
It's kind of a different take on PUBG, where instead of killing everyone, you're doped with everyone. There's also NPCs with guns.
Yes.
And basically it's a scavenger hunt where the objective is to collect a bunch of stuff before the other guys and get to the end of the level, which is fixed.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to maybe try that game for a while, but never gotten around it. Especially since the developers are kind of really scummy about how they sell their game, which I don't really enjoy.
Yes.
Well,
they don't want to give money to Valve, basically. That's the main thing, I think.
Isn't it like the money that you're going to give to Valve is just going to be covered by the sheer amount of marketing that you get from just being on Steam?
Most games, yes, but some people just don't want their games on Steam. EA.
I mean, I can sort of understand EA because they have all the money.
Sure. Okay, I guess, but what about Activision? Like, let's put Black Ops 4 in the Blizzard launcher.
Hey, Blizzard has good rep, so
Blizzard does have good rep, but it's like, but the idea here isn't to like, but the idea here is just like, if we're going to make money, might as well keep the whole money for ourselves. Like, no need to pay Valve no need to pay Valve a certain percentage if we have our own distribution platform.
Yep.
But back to Fallout for a bit. I don't know how to feel about this, because like my emotions when from this announcement went to, hey, they're making another Fallout. That's pretty cool. Okay,
yeah, I was very hyped when I saw Fallout 76.
Yeah, let's see what comes out of it. The teaser is pretty well done. Like the teaser is pretty good.
I'm very curious how they updated the engine, because it looks like it's in the Fallout 4 engine. I'm very curious how they will change that to make it work online. Of course it is.
It's their built-in house engine. They're never gonna stop using it. They've been using it since Morrowind.
Yeah,
it's gonna stay there for a while.
They should stop.
I know they should stop. I was about to say that they should stop and build a new one and just.
I think they're actually doing that for Elder Scrolls 6.
I don't know. I hope so.
Because it's this thing about we do not have the technology to do what we want for Elder Scrolls 6, blah blah blah, and it's been what, like 7 years in Skyrim. 7. Yeah. So and I doubt, like they said, Elder Scrolls 6, we haven't even started development or something. It's like, I don't expect that game for many years to come. So In my head canon, they're making a new engine. This is what I dream of.
Yeah, but like back to Fallout, like the thing that makes me the most apprehensive about Fallout 76 is just I'm just expecting, and I hopefully I'm wrong, but what I'm expecting is I'm just expecting Fallout 4 with
Fallout
an
Shelter.
emphasis. No, I'm just expecting Fallout 4 with an emphasis on the whole
Settlement.
gather things to build your settlement.
Yeah,
thing.
I mean,
that's the thing I'm most afraid of about this whole announcement.
I'm kind of
that's what
expecting
I'm
that
expecting.
too.
And like, if that's it, I'm just it's neat, I guess, but like most cool things you can do in Fallout 4 with the settlement building are only available because of mods.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I'm not sure what to expect from
I'm sort of reserving judgment until I see gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
So
if you're wondering why I'm quiet, this is a very good summary of my opinion on Fallout and most Bethesda games. I don't care. I love it.
I mean, he really doesn't care.
I wish I had Moon Spirit, because like I wish I could just not care about Bethesda, but I played way too many Bethesda games to just not care anymore.
I just love their RPGs. So even how buggy they are, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel good when I play these games.
Yeah, like it's like the whole, like, it's a buggy piece of shit, but it's a buggy piece of shit I love.
Yes. I can't explain it.
It's the same feel I have towards Vampire the Masquerade. It's like, it's a buggy piece of shit, but it's an enjoyable buggy piece of shit.
Well, it's I know. I don't know why I love these games. Like, I criticize them all the time, but I still play them and enjoy them. So
enjoy them, yeah, sure. Because like it's an imperfect diamond in the rough.
But that being said, with E3 coming up soon, we'll be discussing a bit more about E3 later. But Bethesda sort of made a point that this E3 is going to be their biggest one so far.
Well, they had some pretty big ones in the past. So I don't know.
But we've already seen Rage 2, and now they've announced Fallout 76.
Which will definitely get some gameplay in E3.
Yeah, and I'm expecting them to announce more games. Among those, I'm sort of expecting. Maybe I'm just a bit wishful thinking on my part, but I'm expecting another Bethesda RPG. And a lot of people are saying it's going to be Starfield, you know, the sci-fi themed RPG. You know, the leak that happened, and they said there was a trademark for Starfield that Bethesda made, and people are saying this is going to be the next sort of new franchise for Bethesda, and it's gonna be, you know how Elder Scrolls is the fantasy RPG, Fallout is the post-apocalyptic one, Starfield is going to be the science fiction one.
It's gonna be their Mass Effect, basically.
Exactly. So I'm kind of...
It's gonna be their StarCraft.
I'm hoping...
Why do all of these companies end up having like a fantasy IP and a sci-fi IP? I don't get it.
It's diversification.
Blizzard did it. BioWare did it. Like,
I mean,
they always end up like having like...
Blizzard has yet to make their post-apocalypse, unless you consider Australia in Overwatch their post-apocalypse, but...
Overwatch is kind of post-apocalyptic.
It kind of is, but it's way too chipper.
It's way too chipper. But like,
but anyway, I'm sort of expecting another big Bethesda game at E3, either that or Doom 2. I don't know, but
Doom 5, you mean?
I mean, no, Doom 2.
I'm just messing with you. But I
mean, if you turn the 2 around, it's 5.
I would very much appreciate the return of the Doom Slayer.
You know what would be cool if they actually made Doom 2? They make the logo, the number 2, they make it just a 5 that they've turned upside down.
That'd be cool.
They just flipped it and it's a 2. Well, it's sort of inverted 2, but it just
the 5's still there.
Yeah, the 5 is there. It's Doom 2. It's a rebooted Doom, but it's Doom 5. Hey, it's clever, right?
Wolfenstein, the entire Wolfenstein, you know.
Say it again. You cut out.
Like all of the all Wolfenstein games are canon, you know.
Wait, really?
So yeah all Wolfenstein games are canon. So
why from
not
like Wolf 3D down to Wolfenstein 2? They're all. Oh, they're not like alternate universes. I mean, they follow this. Oh,
they're all canon.
Even 2009.
Even 2009.
Oh, I kind of like that one. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, Wolfenstein had a thing in 2009.
Yeah, the one with the veil.
Where British actors played German Nazis. Yes. Well, when you can't get any more actors, you know, budget restrictions.
I like this one because it had the occult. This is what I like about Wolfenstein.
Well, the Old Blood also had the occult.
Yeah, but I played the Old Blood. Like I didn't play the New Order. I played the Old Blood. I watched gameplay of the New Order on YouTube, and I just skipped it entirely because I wasn't particularly into this
But there is
Well, it has some sort of like mystic technology, but
yeah, exactly.
It didn't really tickle my fancy.
Yeah, I guess
I did play it eventually, but at the time I just wasn't into it. I would like it if they go back to sort of occult things, but they had like a magic Nazi zombie commando in 2009 in Wolfenstein 2009.
I just feel it's so overdone to me.
It's a bit, I mean, come on, they're Nazis,
but it's fun.
They're overdone in everything.
Yes, but it's fun though. I don't know. It's a theme that I enjoy. Anyway.
It's fun because it's stupid, and the reason it's stupid is because the Paranormal Research Division was actually real. So it's like, well, you know, it's not really that dumb. It exists. Well, it's dumb, but it existed. You know?
Yeah.
It's historically accurate.
Oh man. So
speaking of historically accurate, did you guys watch the Battlefield 5 thing?
No. No. Yeah, the trailer, you mean?
The trailer, yeah.
Yeah, I did. That was a confusing goddamn fight. Jesus Christ.
People are bitching their asses off about fucking Battlefield. Fucking Battlefield of all fucking IPs. People could complain about being historically inaccurate. Fucking Battlefield's the one people pick. I mean, for fuck's sake, man.
But the first Battlefield until Secret Weapons of World War I was actually pretty historically accurate, and those people that played it never went away.
Yeah, but
pointing to myself here.
Well, I guess,
I've just given up mostly. Otherwise, I would bitch too. But I've given up on hoping they'd ever.
Yeah, but it's like you can't expect Battlefield to be historically accurate these days. It's never gonna be fucking. I mean, come on. Battlefield 1 had like female British soldiers. I mean, that's not real. That didn't happen in World War I. Like. And it's like, people didn't bitch that much about that. Why the fuck are they bitching about the British soldier being on the front lines now in Battlefield 5? Just chill out, for fuck's sake. Just a game. Enjoy the fucking game. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I guess I'm Moon now. I don't care.
Well, yeah.
Are we done with Fallout 76 then?
It's still going to be an EA game. It's going to be filled with like deluxe editions, and
yes,
there's gonna be like stupid bullshit in the middle for sure. So you know.
Yes. Are we done with Fallout 76?
Although they tend to be a little bit.
Jesus Christ, Powerhead.
Relaxed. So sorry, I was just gonna say like EA a bit more relaxed in their business models when it comes to dice games. But yes, sure. Let's go past. We were talking about Fallout 76. I didn't even notice.
Damn it. Yeah, we'll find out more eventually at E3, during E3, after E3, I guess. And many more. Yeah. I was personally hoping for a Fallout New Orleans, but
well, that's never gonna happen, mate.
No, it's not. It's not gonna happen. It's just that they want that survival money, the online survival game money.
Yep.
Apparently,
hey, survival games are hype again. Let's make one.
Yeah, apparently, every time Todd Howard and company make a new Fallout or Elder Scrolls game, they prototype a multiplayer version first to see just what it would look like.
Huh.
So I guess that's a prototype that looked good.
I guess.
At least to them.
I'm so
skeptical. I know.
I'm so skeptical about that, man. It's just, if it was Skyrim, like not Skyrim, like if it was some sort of Elder Scrolls online thing, like that already exists actually. Curious. I just never mind then. I'll just shut up.
Good job, Power. Good job.
Okay.
Amazing. Okay.
I forgot ZeniMax Online was a thing.
Yes. Fallout 76 is not going to be. It's not going to be an MMO. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be one. Anyway, let's take a short break, and then we'll be back to talk about PUBG and Radical Heights and an assortment of other things.
An assortment of other things that are quite as easily as miserable and sad.
Yes. All right. See you in. I mean, I guess see you right away.
In 5 seconds. Yeah. Something like that.
Welcome back. Okay. While we were recording part one, the memorial edition of the Co-optional podcast went up, so the link will be in the description of the video or on the website. Just so you know.
Good.
All right.
Now then, on to more sadness and misery.
Sadness and misery.
Yes. Where do we start? Do we start with Bosky being idiots, or do we start with Bluehole being idiots?
I mean, let's start with PUBG. I mean, you can start with whichever you want, because either way, these topics are basically, I don't care. Thank you for that, Moon. I generally do not give a shit about either PUBG or Radical Heights. So.
Oh my god, like
battle royales in general, I fundamentally do not understand them. So whatever. Have
Radical Heights problem is a different kind of issue. But like, okay, sure. Let's start with the whole Bluehole versus Epic Games thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually, when a company sues another for copyright infringement, it is because said company stole or ripped off or downright just copied like assets from their game to make their own, right? This happens a lot in what it's called like asset flip games and Chinese knockoffs. You know, remember that whole Overwatch Chinese knockoff game that was on for mobile? Okay. You don't want to remember that?
Yes.
Well, too bad. I remember that. Like that's copyrighted. Like that's copyright infringement. Okay. Now, I don't think that the concept of putting 100 people in a vehicle and then dropping them into a map, with the map getting smaller every few minutes, is a concept one can claim as their own. Okay? So like, this lawsuit makes no fucking sense whatsoever, because that's not how copyright works. Copyright does not affect a concept. Battle Royale is just, in and of itself, is just that. It's a concept. You can't own a fucking concept. Okay? And like, that's not how copyright works. God damn it. If Epic Games had stole, like, I don't know, their player models, like their weapon models, their plane, I guess. Sure, maybe then, because that's actually That's actually using their assets. Okay, sure, fine. But like, you can't trademark a concept. That's not how this works. This lawsuit makes no sense. Like, for fuck's sake. And like, if there was a lawsuit to be had with Bluehole against Epic Games, the only valid thing that I could ever find was the whole way Epic Games announced that they're making a battle royale version of Fortnite, because they used PUBG's name in promotional stuff for their own battle royale mode without their consent. Okay, sure, that's okay. Like, sure, I guess you could sue someone for that. I guess I'm not sure. But you don't own. But like, Bluehole doesn't own the battle royale concept. Like, if they did, if anyone would hold the battle royale concept, it would be guys that made H1Z1 or whatever the fuck, and they're of course not going to sue fucking Bluehole for using the same fucking concept.
I mean, the thing is, I agree with you. I think they're also using the type of infringement is completely wrong, but they do have a point that Epic are the guys providing their engine support.
Yes,
and
I
Epic
agree.
are now directly competing
with them. Yes, I agree. If there's anything to sue Epic Games, that would probably be it, if it's even suable. Like, yes, Epic Games provided their engine. They have to work with Epic Games in order to develop PUBG, because Epic is the ones that made their engine. They're the ones who provide like actual technical support for the engine, right?
Yep.
So they need to work with Epic Games, but Epic Games is also competing against them.
Yep.
Like, if there's anything to sue, it should be based on that. It shouldn't be based on, oh, they're using the same concept as us, because that's not how copyright fucking works. So
yeah,
yes, I agree.
I guess. But...
So yeah, I agree. Epic Games, like, they were a bit scummy with the whole let's make our own battle royale game. Sure, okay, but like,
I mean, it's
that's
a genre.
not a valid reason. It is, yeah, exactly. But as I was going to say, like, it's a genre.
Yeah, it's like Westwood. It's like EA suing Blizzard for the RTS or whatever. You can't do
exactly. Like, you can't.
that.
Like,
yeah, silly.
It's like imagine if like it would be like if Blizzard wanted to own the entire Dota genre just because the first
Dota.
MOBA was made with Warcraft 3 engine.
Yeah,
I mean, it's sort of like that doesn't own a concept. You own assets, you own code, but you don't own an idea. That's why software patents don't work like that. Like that's not how any of this works. So like, and the lawsuit makes absolutely no fucking sense, because it's like, PUBG is still like the second most played battle royale game. Fortnite, even though like Fortnite has more players and it's more popular than PUBG, it's still the second most played game in that genre. And like, it's still in the top sellers on Steam, and it's still the most played game on Steam to this date. Like, this lawsuit makes no sense. Like if they want to win, their competition against Epic Games and Fortnite, they're not gonna succeed with a lawsuit.
True. I mean, PUBG in general have been a little bit lawsuit happy. They're trying to sue for IP. They're trying to copyright the whole concept.
Didn't they say that Epic Games basically copied them just completely and inadvertently just give Epic Games a lot of publicity?
Yeah, but they did. That's true. That last part, it's true. Epic Games like used PUBG to advertise their own battle royale mode. That part's actually true. But they copied their concept. Yeah, but they can copy a concept.
Yep.
Like that's why there are several games in the same genre.
Yeah.
Like no one owns action games, no one owns first-person shooters or third-person shooters.
Yep.
No one owns cover systems.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if someone owned cover systems?
Oh my god. Rip Mass
I
Factory.
mean, exactly. That's not how. Imagine if Rip
Mass Factory regardless.
Yeah, imagine if Gears of War owned fucking cover systems. Like no other game could use cover systems just because they're the ones who popularized the whole mechanic. That's not how this works.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a concept. It can be used by other people.
Yep.
And it should be used by other people. That's how an industry develops itself. That's how it
innovates.
Evolves. Yeah, exactly.
By trying to create something new.
I have this beef with Epic and Fortnite because Fortnite was a design clusterfuck. It was basically, when it was announced, it was a game that was effectively, let's make a game that covers everything that's popular at the time, and we're going to release it sometime in the future. And by the time they got close to releasing it, nothing of the things they originally designed were actually popular at the time.
Yeah, they were not popular anymore.
I was sure it would have flopped. I was 100% sure.
And it did. It did flop.
It did flop. Then PUBG makes Battle Royale a breakout success, and Epic just pivot their entire game to copy that. Sure, they have building. Sure, they use the existing Fortnite assets. And sure, I give them mad respect for being able to pull off an effectively 360 degrees pivot on the entire game and make it one of the most successful. Fine, 180. One of the most successful games on the fucking planet. But to say PUBG didn't influence that success is disingenuous. Like, they have a really fair point there.
They do.
Oh,
they do have
so
a really
did they actually
point.
say PUBG did not influence?
No, they said the only thing they said was like it was something along the lines of, we are massive fans of PUBG and what PUBG Corporation has accomplished, and so we are announcing that we're developing our own battle royale mode. Something along those lines.
Oh well, but that acknowledges that they inspired from PUBG.
Yeah, but they're also providing support to PUBG.
Yes, they're giving,
and they also made a direct comparison to PUBG without PUBG's consent, which I guess could violate as unauthorized use of brand. I guess.
The one thing I think PUBG have actually really...
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
What they have a good point is, PUBG is effectively pushing the Unreal Engine past what it was intended to do. Like, it was never intended to do a 100-player multiplayer thing. On such a huge map. And the thing is, with Fortnite, Epic have a real conflict of interest here. They actually do not want to optimize the engine to do what PUBG does. It's literally against their profits to help PUBG push the engine. And that is a real legal problem. Like, they have a right to sue for that. Not the way they've done it, but they do have a right.
I agree completely with that statement. Like, they should sue Epic Games, but not because the Epic Games is infringing on their brand. It's just it's because they're the provider for the engine. They should not be competing directly with them.
All right then.
And I think that's basically it. Like, if PUBG really wants to sue people for copyright infringement, they need, I think it was Jim Sterling who said this, what PUBG needs to make these sorts of lawsuits is an art team. Then they could make there are a lot of assets in PUBG that come straight from the Unreal store. There are, like, if Bluehole wants to sue people, for copyright infringement, they need to hire an art team for PUBG. If right now this lawsuit makes no sense. If they want to sue Epic Games, they should do it because they're the provider for the engine. They provide technical support for the engine. They should not be a direct competitor. That's just it's taking it a bit too far. like, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how these things work, but it's kind of sketchy when you need to help another company make a successful product while still competing with that product.
Yep.
Like, that's concerning. That's a reason to like go to court for, not for copyright infringement, because you don't own a concept.
Yeah.
But well, now they're in court. We'll see what comes out of this. Either way, I don't think any game's gonna suffer. Any game's gonna win over this. People are still playing PUBG. People are still playing Fortnite. They're still two incredibly successful games, and they're gonna keep being successful games until some years from now. I mean, come on.
Until a new gaming genre takes over the internet.
Until something new takes over the internet. Like, people aren't gonna stop playing PUBG. People aren't gonna stop playing Fortnite. They appeal to different demographics. It's just they're gonna stay. They're gonna stick around for a long time.
Okay. Well, shall we move on to the other battle royale?
I suppose we could. It's not really about the battle royale. It's more about like, what the fuck did you do with your studio?
I know. I'm just saying. It's another battle royale. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, and this is sad because this was a team of incredibly successful and like
talented
people. Like,
yeah.
And it's sad to see them just like, just completely commit commercial suicide, basically. I mean, that's really no other way to put it.
I mean what was it? It seemed like because of how much what's the name of Lawbreakers? How much Lawbreakers flopped? I guess they just needed they just needed money, so they just tried the thing that was hot.
Popular at the time.
Still popular.
It's a brand new hot topic. But they invested way too much money in it, and then it completely blew up in their face.
How much did they invest in it? Because this was basically
all they had.
I mean, yeah, but this was they were trying to save the company.
Yeah, they were trying to save the company, but and they invested, and they just went 100% in on it. They went all in with nothing but with not even a pair of aces. And
they tried to pull a Fortnite and failed miserably.
Yeah, they basically tried to pull a Fortnite, and then it completely backfired on them, and now they're no more.
Yep. Like, Cliff is a good game designer, but I have this feeling he's really not a good businessman.
Well, that's why Microsoft needed to hold the leash. But then they let him go, and now he basically ruined many people's lives.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
come on, it's they lost the job.
It's the dangers of doing business in the gaming industry. Unless you're one of
you killed an entire studio. Man.
Yeah, but they can just join another one.
You don't know what the situation there was. I mean, if they hadn't tried to pull out a quick cash cow, they might have just went under anyway, which is why I suspect they did it.
Yeah, I was expecting them to close much sooner than that. Like when we saw that Lawbreakers just had dismal sales and just no one was playing it. I was expecting.
Why would they even fucking release a hero shooter for like $40? I mean, what the
30.
fuck? Was it 30?
Yes, it was 30. Do you know what hero shooter was $40? Overwatch.
What? Overwatch, yeah. True.
And Overwatch sold like hotcakes, and I guess he was expecting
because
that.
It was good.
But Lawbreakers was never criticized for being terrible. Lawbreakers, I don't know why this game failed.
It was criticized for the progression system not being good, for the maps not being designed carefully, and
one criticism I heard was it's the learning curve because there's like this low gravity thing going on in the game.
Oh yeah, there was also that.
And people were complaining that it was not intuitive, and the tutorials just did not make it clear what the hell you were supposed to do. But
Well,
I don't know. It's like
it
it
make a
didn't
good
even
experience.
sell.
Yeah, it didn't. It was like before they announced that they were going to stop developing. Well, first of all, it's going to shut down now. But I think it averaged like 90 people online, or something like that.
Oh man!
Like at any given time or something like that. Like it was like 90 people playing your game. I mean, this, after you invest so much time and effort into that, I mean, it's just, why make it $30? Why make it buy to play? Just make it free to play.
I don't know.
They should have just made it free to play. Like
I guess, but like I don't know. What the market situation is for these things. Sure, free to play, you might actually attract more people, but
like,
you know,
it's a hero shooter with different heroes having different abilities and all that. It's competing directly with Overwatch.
Yes.
And if you're gonna compete with Overwatch, you need to do something different. And it was like you had the whole. I mean, sure, they had the whole like gravity thing jumping around and like there was a Quake feel to it almost, like
like rocket jumps and stuff like that.
That arena shooter thing that they had going, but it just didn't appeal that well to people. And we had this discussion before, like arena shooters don't really appeal to people like that anymore.
Yeah. Arena shooters are similar to PvP RTS games. Like
it's just
it's quite a high skill ceiling.
Yeah, exactly.
To compete professionally.
People just don't go for them anymore like they used to.
Yeah.
So it's like, so eventually, like, and then just adding like a $30 price tag on it, it's just, and people just didn't buy it, and it wasn't that good of a game. Like the game, it was okay, but then like, but there were many complaints with with progression, with many other minor mechanics. So people just.
But the thing is,
and then like Moon said, trying to pull a Fortnite to just kill their own studio, and they're a bunch of talented people. They could have done so much
whether they pulled a Fortnite or not. I'm pretty sure the studio was going to go under regardless. So this was sort of like they were trying. They were at least they weren't just sitting on their asses. They were trying to do something and save the company.
Yeah, but there was like, if they had the money, because they went full on in with Radical Heights, like. And by the way, like if they went all in with Radical Heights, and then Radical Heights comes out as it is, I mean, it's just, whoa, how much did you invest actually?
I mean,
how much did you had? Because
it was a rush job. It was really a rush job. They were trying they were trying to not go under. Like I don't understand how you keep blaming them for that. They were trying to save their own company.
Because it's not really about Radical Heights. It's about the company was doomed to die as soon as they released Lawbreakers with the way they did. Because they were competing directly with Overwatch, and the only way for them to win, and the only reasonable thing to do if they wanted to win that sort of that sort of match was just remove the price tag.
Well,
just like the game.
Yes, it sounds like a good solution, but
if I'm not mistaken, the game, when it was first announced and shown, it was supposed to be free to play. If I'm not mistaken.
No. Cliffy said
that's actually
he said that it was gonna have a price tag from the start. That's what I remember.
That's kind of why I don't entirely agree with you. If they pulled that, first off, they might just die like Evolve died. It would just buy them like a few months. It's not that great of a. It wouldn't be a high success rate move.
And going free to play is not a simple thing to do.
It's not a simple thing to do, but it saved many games before. Even before
but
thing. I mean,
it's I don't know. It's really difficult for me to say whether that would have been a good move or not, because it's just the genre is different, and it's just I don't know.
And the other thing is they started with we're not going to be a free-to-play shooter, we're not going to be paid to win, we're not going to hide anything behind money. That was kind of one of their goals.
It was a feature almost.
Yeah, I'd rather have the game die than them back out on their promise. That would just be would be pretty disgusting.
Well, there are ways to implement a free-to-play model without
but
things.
You can't just do it overnight. And I guess they decided that pivoting on the battle royale craze is the more sensible move than reworking Lawbreakers.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with.
I don't blame them for that idea.
They didn't really have any good options.
Yes.
At all.
Yes, they were kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Well, sure, but
it's
might as well just save some face and like not do it in the first place then, if they were just gonna go under.
I mean, it was a long shot, but it was their chance at if it had been a breakout hit, would have saved the studio, would have saved jobs.
Yeah, this is the reason why I don't think going Radical Heights was like it's like saving face, sure, but there is more to this situation than just my pride, right? Like Cliffy B knows there's a lot of people depending on him. There are jobs at stake, and to me, this is just him trying to prevent the collapse from happening.
Yeah,
and to me, that's I think that's kind of admirable. Even though, like you're basically putting on a mask and dancing in front of the people just so that the others that depend on you don't pay for your mistakes, so to speak. And I think that's admirable, even though it looked
they kind of traded in a reputation for effectively a shot at continuing the studio, a long shot, but they tried.
Yeah.
Well, they tried, didn't work, and then he posted on Twitter, well, shit.
Well,
I mean,
shit happens. That's how it goes.
Indeed.
Well, fuck. I mean, rip.
Yep. Well, again, to me, this is just
kill my student.
You had to say it, had you?
Oh man, it's just.
I don't know that he stopped caring. I don't believe that he stopped caring.
I think he did. Otherwise, they must have
he just peaced out. He just posted the announcement on Twitter and just peaced out.
Yeah, because he just ran out of money.
Fine, but consider that if he didn't care, the sensible thing to do as a studio owner would be Lawbreakers isn't gonna succeed.
Close down.
We need
file for bankruptcy.
A miracle to work. Just file bankruptcy, pull out all your money, and call it a day.
Yeah. What he tried to do was he tried to save the jobs of his employees. At least that's what it looks like to me. Well, I can't fault him for that. He was trying to people were depending on him, and he was trying to save face.
Man, these people made Gears of War, man. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, how many people that worked with him on Gears of War went to do Lawbreakers? Because this whole thing, I only know him. I only know Cliffy B. So
I was him and a couple of other guys, I'm sure.
Well, I didn't hear any people criticizing the technical aspect of Lawbreakers. So maybe the progression was bad or whatever. But as a shooter, I didn't hear any negative criticism on that aspect.
I didn't play it, but from what I gathered, it was actually a pretty good game. It was not a good time to be that kind of shooter.
Yeah, it's similar to what was the name? Not Battle. The one that people kept thinking was Overwatch.
The one that was that Blizzard killed off with Overwatch.
Yes.
Battleborn.
Battleborn. There you go. It's sort of a similar situation. Except Battleborn, I guess, had a longer run.
But Battleborn wasn't even similar to Overwatch, no.
I know, but like I'm saying, it's like another game that died by Overwatch.
Yeah. I get it.
Death
what
by
happened
Overwatch.
to Gearbox after that?
Gearbox are fine.
Yeah,
but keep
Gearbox
in
is
mind,
fine.
Gearbox
Aren't they gonna
are
make like
really
Borderlands
fucking...
3 or something?
Yeah, first of all, they have
true,
Borderlands.
true.
Secondly,
True.
they have a lot of IPs, and they're quite a big company. Like,
Yes.
sure, it was a pretty big blow that Battleborn just flopped so fucking hard. Like, it was terrible.
Dead on arrival, man.
Yes, and it didn't even
but
had any reason to do that because there was just nothing like Overwatch, but people kept comparing them.
It wasn't about being compared to Overwatch. It was about
looking like
and
Overwatch.
I think it was TotalBiscuit who said that it was just like the game doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah.
The game is a strategy game. It's a MOBA. It's a shooter. It's many different genres combined into one, and none of them completely 100% works.
Well,
and I think that's what drove people away from Battleborn. It was an assortment of genres, and people didn't like that.
Yes, it also looked like Overwatch.
It just
look. I think the thing to take away from this is when Blizzard is about to publish a game, do nothing.
Yes,
I mean,
people still delay launching their games when there's a World of Warcraft expansion around the corner. So be smart. Do that.
Yes. Reminds me of
if there's a Blizzard game coming out and it's similar to yours, or hell, if there's a Blizzard game coming out, just delay your launch. Do not launch game in the same week, in the same month as a Blizzard game. Do not do that.
Your game will not survive.
You will not win. There is no way you can win against Blizzard. Stop.
It reminds me of
nuance that Blizzard deliberately changed dates to overlap both launches and marketing events with Battleborn. It was really good marketing strategy on Blizzard's part. They deliberately undermined the competition. It wasn't just bad timing on Gearbox's part. They got bamboozled.
Well,
reminds me of Marvel and DC.
That's the business we call
video games.
Business.
That's a business we call business. It's like with Marvel and DC. Weren't they gonna release? They were like gonna release. I think it was Batman vs Superman, and
that's the same. And Civil War. Yeah.
Yeah, and Marvel was like, "Oh, we're gonna release Civil War the same day." And DC was like,
"Okay, then.
Well, I'm gonna move them."
Do that then.
They moved the date. They moved the date to another time, and Marvel just like, "Oh, we're releasing Deadpool season 2." Daredevil season 2 that date. Yep. Just to troll them even harder.
Yeah, but Daredevil.
No, Daredevil was not gonna compete with a DC movie, but it was just to troll them.
Yeah. Because if Civil War and Batman vs Superman came out the same day, I mean, Civil War would fucking win.
Yes.
I mean,
they would lose the Civil War.
It did win because they.
I mean, Batman vs Superman was kind of a nonsense movie.
Let's not get into DC movies at this moment, please. I don't.
Please, no movies.
There's literally You wrote Infinity War in the
with a question mark because I didn't know if we should.
We probably won't, but
the question mark for ignore this one.
Yes.
let me do
question mark means this is placeholder.
There we go.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Yep.
Reminds me of the goblins in the world.
Okay. I guess we're about done with Radical Heights, but before we move on to the assortment of things, as Battleborn made me remember Battlecry, which was a game, a Bethesda company that was making a game called Battlecry, which was some sort of like I think it was a hero shooter, like a PvP hero shooter.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember the trailer for that.
Yeah, because I sent it to you like yesterday. But they're the ones who are making with Bethesda Game Studios. They're the ones that are making Fallout 76. So Bethesda Game Studios themselves are not
Bethesda Game Studios Austin, formerly Battlecry Studios.
Yeah, so it's like this one plus the sort of main Bethesda mothership that's making Fallout 76, and so there's more.
The first trailer
Bethesda
came out in
left to know.
2014.
Yep, the trailer is great. The concept is really interesting, but the game was cancelled, and because I guess they were making this online game, and they have online experience, they're the ones that were tasked with making an online Fallout game. Just like a little tangent from the previous topic. Anyway, right. I guess Radical Heights, radical failure.
Radical failure.
Yep.
It's dead.
Anyway, okay. Assortment of things. Other things that came out recently, or just news. Like what was it? Dark Souls Remastered.
Yeah, Dark Souls Remastered. People are mad because it's Dark Souls but remastered. I'm not sure why people are mad. What the fuck, people? Shut the fuck up. I mean, it's just Dark Souls but remastered. I mean, what the fuck were you expecting to get? You dumb shit.
I don't know. Dark Souls Remastered.
Dark Souls.
And other stuff.
But it's Dark
With a
Souls
gift basket.
Remastered. Oh, don't buy this game. It's just Dark Souls, but remastered. I mean, for fuck's sake.
You know what? I'm gonna be salty as fuck here because they did a PC port. It was hot garbage. They're remastering the same PC port. They're polishing hot garbage. Get it together, for fuck's sake. Like, it's unplayable on PC. I tried to play that fucking game. It was impossible. Fuck that.
But now it works.
No, it doesn't. The control scheme is the same. The bugs are the same. The issues are the same. They literally just up the fucking graphics. Fix it.
Yes.
This is
Dark Souls, but remastered.
Yeah, it's a polished third, but remastered, even more polished. Like, make it playable if you're gonna remaster it, for fuck's sake. Come on, this is not hard.
Man, it is playable. It just has the same bugs as the original port has.
Which
should have been fixed considering the original port was like, 5 years ago?
Yes, I think. And
so
it was
fucking fix it!
Yeah, 7 years. 7 years. It was 7
That's
years.
like, hey guys, we remastered StarCraft Brood War, but it still works only via UDP and by 800 by 600 resolution because that's the original, right?
Oh my god.
Also, if you place too many units in the editor, it crashes the map because of buffer overflow, right, guys? Right?
Yes, it's StarCraft,
Did that
but
actually
remastered.
happen?
I think so.
Yes, I have crashed maps from buffer overflow.
Oh my god! Wow. Amazing.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Dark Souls, stop complaining. It's just remastered. What were you expecting? Go away.
Keep complaining if you're me.
For them to fix the bugs, I guess.
Well, the game's gonna be like the original port is no longer sold on Steam. And this just came out, so it's probably gonna be supported for a good while now. So hopefully we'll see those bugs being eliminated.
It's Dark Souls, whatever.
If they actually fix it, fine. But if they just leave it as it is, this is
they shouldn't leave it as it is. They'll probably there's got to be some patches. I mean,
if they do, they deserve more fucking blasting than Bluehole or Griffy B for his radical failure. God damn it!
True.
Fucking cash grab.
Damn it!
This is true.
Jesus.
Okay, I agree with this. If they leave like the whole. Like, if they leave the remaster as it is and not fix anything that was in the original port, I agree that like this is not worthy of a remaster, sure. But I'm pretty sure that they're gonna fix it. I mean, I think there's a patch already coming soon. I think so.
There better be. I'd like to actually be able to play the fucking game on PC.
Yeah, the game will definitely be supported for a long time. It's also out on the Switch, and I heard it's pretty nice to have like a Dark Souls on your handheld. That's
now you can die out of the house.
Yeah, now you can get good while on the train or on the way to work. It's great.
As long as you're not playing Dark Souls 1 in your Dark Souls 3 magical handheld device. Hey.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Okay.
So what else?
Speaking of, completely unrelated, but I'd like to point this out. GDPR hit, and there's a screenshot on the internet you can find with a fridge that has a privacy policy update.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That is quite amazing.
So I'm waiting for Skyrim Fridge Edition, Bethesda.
By the way, yes, make it happen, Bethesda.
Didn't someone? Wait, no. Go on.
Do you guys notice? Do you guys see that thing? Since GDPR became in effect, Google and Facebook have already lost $8.8 million or something.
About fucking time. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I mean, that's what you get for stealing me data, you bitch.
Yep.
I'm getting me lawyer. Oh man.
Well then, Vermintide has a free content update.
Yes, it just came out today.
Yeah, it's like as we were before we just started recording the thing.
It now has quests and something called Okri's Challenge.
Yes,
an Okri would be proud indeed.
It
also has skins now. Hooray!
Yeah.
But you get them in game, I think.
Yeah,
so.
Siena's still ugly.
Yeah, but Sienna will always be ugly, my dear.
I mean, not that I have a problem with her being ugly. It's just that.
Dear, I'm always flamboyant.
She's pretty on the inside, damn it.
I mean, if her freaking room, if her freaking room is an indication of her inner beauty, then Jesus Christ.
Well, she also has the most amazing.
Jesus Christ, what?
Yes. But her most powerful skill is interior decoration.
For demons.
Just burn everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Just burn everything.
No furniture, no problem. It's the Stalin way.
If people don't know what we're talking about, oh my god. Did he really just for people who don't know what we're talking about.
He's Slavic, he is allowed.
Vermintide, right? For
Yeah,
people who don't know what we're talking about, Sienna's room in Vermintide 2 little castle town area for the players is just everything scorched except her bed, which is just like the metallic frame, and she sleeps there.
Yes, it's a scorching ruin.
I have no idea how she's able to sleep there. I have no idea how she's not in pain. I have no idea why anything right now, because I'm still thinking about the Stalin joke.
Look, he's Slavic. He's allowed to do that.
I think the conclusion to all of that is Vermintide got a bunch of updates, and we should play it again so we have a better opinion for the next podcast.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
We
should revisit Vermintide sometime.
We should.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What else we have here?
Yeah. E3 expectations. Okay. What are y'all expecting for E3?
Let me be first because I'm gonna be real quick.
That's trending thing. Okay.
What?
Fine. I'm gonna be real quick here.
Okay.
I don't care. I love it.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I only care about the Bethesda stuff. What else is usually and what else is going to be announced at E3?
Everything's going to be Battle Royale.
Probably, like the EA and Microsoft and all the other people just.
Black Ops 4 is going to have a Battle Royale mode.
And no campaign.
And no campaign. Yeah. It's just going to be multiplayer.
I can care even less now.
I could care even less, exactly.
I
cared before.
I mean, I did care just marginally.
To be fair, if you want to follow the history of Call of Duty campaigns and why it's actually kind of a good idea to not have a campaign, check out an article on that by Ars Technica, which we may or may not link at the end.
Yeah, probably. But it's a
pretty good breakdown of why it kind of doesn't make financial sense for them to do. Is it still
$60?
Yes.
Well, of course it is.
Of course it is. It's fucking Call of Duty. It's an Activision game.
They'd sell it for $80 if they could fucking get away with it. You know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do. They probably have a collector's thing that sells.
No, they have multiple collector's things probably.
The season pass and cosmetic DLC and whatever the fuck.
Of course, you have the base game, you have the deluxe, you have the gold deluxe, you have the supreme deluxe, you have the sergeant to the master sergeant's most extreme person of sergeants to the max edition, and so on and so forth. Who the fuck cares anymore? And you have and you even have collector's edition that come without the fucking game. So,
Are you serious?
Yeah, State of Decay 2 did that. I think
Oh
it was
my
State of Decay
God.
2. I might
Oh
be
my
wrong,
God.
but I think it's that. State of Decay 2 Collector's Edition includes, I think it was like a figurine, concept art, some other cool stuff actually, and then it was like a zombie head or something, or a head of something. I'm not sure what it was, and no game.
Amazing.
It didn't include the fucking game. I mean, what's the fucking point? Come on, Microsoft, what the fuck you doing?
Oh man. I'm not gonna be watching their conferences or the other ones. They're usually super cringy.
The only thing. Well, I agree. The only thing I'm actually really expecting is just more stuff from Kojima, I think.
Oh yeah, Death Stranding is the thing.
I think that's the thing that like I most like. I want to. It's not like I'm excited for it because
You're just morbidly curious about the gameplay.
Yeah, because it's
so weird. I want to know more.
Yeah, it's weird because Metal Gear was Kojima's like love child, but it was a love child it was on a leash, you know.
Oh, okay.
Because Konami always held that leash.
Yeah.
If Kojima was a writer,
was
Konami,
unleashed.
Yeah. if Kojima was just Kojima with the whole Sony thing, working with Sony is just you can tell he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. You can clearly see that by the trailers.
Have you seen Death Stranding's trailers? It's like an acid trip had a baby with like
it's just
cocaine.
It's completely fucking out there. You can't make sense of anything that's going on, and I'm so you can put together some pieces, you know, but it's just so fucking.
It has 3D Del Toro in it.
Yes, no, Del Toro he participated in making the trailer, and so did Mads Mikkelsen and Norman Reedus. And they're gonna be part of the game. Like all three of them, they're gonna be part of the game.
Yeah, Del Toro just runs with a baby.
But he's supposed to be an important character, and so is Mads Mikkelsen, and Norman Reedus is gonna be the Mikkelsen. Sorry, he's Danish. I don't know how to pronounce Danish names.
I know. I'm just saying.
And Norman Reedus is gonna obviously be the protagonist. He was supposed to be the protagonist.
If any of you listening are terribly confused right now, you are not alone.
Yeah, because
just watch the trailer of Death Stranding. You'll be more confused.
Just search for Death Stranding.
I am indeed more confused.
No one knows what this game is about. It's just weird.
You don't even know what type of game it is. It's just you just know it's gonna be fucking insane because it's Kojima without any sort of editorial control. It's just.
To be fair, I'm gonna be really curious how it works because it's effectively the litmus test of can Kojima without editorial control actually be a good thing, or will it be a worse thing?
Yeah.
Will it? Well, no, we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, I'm very interesting to see that. Apart from that, Sony's probably gonna, I don't know, maybe some God of War DLC thing for sure. I mean, I'm expecting like an expansion, like type thing.
Yeah, God of War came out recently.
Yeah, I'm expecting an expansion type thing like they did with Horizon Zero Dawn. Apart from that, I have no idea what Microsoft is up to. I know that they have State of Decay 2 coming soon.
It's out, I think.
It's out.
Yeah.
Oh, is it out already?
It is, and I haven't played it. I really like the first game, but they do not seem to have fixed anything that was broken with the first game. So I don't know. I really want to like that thing. I don't think I'm even gonna play it, judging from the reviews so far.
I didn't even know it had already came out. Huh. I have no idea what else would they have planned for E3.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft's probably gonna
Beyond and Evil 2. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
But Ubisoft's gonna have Beyond and Evil 2.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Okay, this I'm hyped for.
Yeah, that's actually. Ben,
shut up, naysayer.
Shut up, Moon. I've been excited for Beyond and Evil 2 since I played the first one. I mean, shut up. Game's great. I want this to be great as well.
Have you seen the
Have
you seen the gameplay demos for Beyond Good and Evil 2?
I have not. I didn't even know that they existed. I will
Yep,
get on.
there were technical demos that showed basically you see a city in the distance, you can fly to that city.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It seems pretty crazy. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but
yeah, like being a Ubisoft game, you can expect that kind of like big map with stuff to do. You know.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like they do that with every game now. It's just there's stuff to do. Like doesn't mean necessarily that's going to be good stuff, but I'm hopeful that it is, because like I really enjoyed the first one and I would like a continuation. Although I know this one's a prequel of some sort.
Yeah.
Right.
The only thing is that
though, like I really like the universe it was set in.
Yeah, the aesthetic is a departure from the first game though, because seems a bit more gritty, a bit less. Beyond Good and Evil 1 was very, it was in this era of sort of like Crash Bandicoot and all these like platformer games, and it was very cartoony, very almost hopeful, I would say. It had a very sort of childlike wonder to it, and this one doesn't seem to go in quite that direction. I do hope
you can tell that by the announcement trailer. It's Swiss fucking chocolate, mate.
It's gonna be a fucking Assassin's Creed in space. And
oh my god, don't say that.
You know,
don't say that. No, shush.
Come on, it's gonna be a Ubisoft game.
I subvert your reality. I subvert your reality and replace it with my own.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be a Ubisoft game, but like it's gonna have a big map with lots of stuff.
Isn't Ubisoft like one of the few companies that at least try to sort of innovate?
No.
Have you seen Far Cry 5?
They iterate, but
no, no. It's not that they don't iterate. It's look at the new writers. Assassin's Creed.
Apart from that, what Origins?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine, but like you can say that about most modern Ubisoft games. They're fine.
But when you compare them to other companies, which is the company that does that? When you compare them to the other big ones, it's like I don't know. Ubisoft kind of has this reputation of. Oh wait, it was about indies. I think. What was the rumor that I heard about Ubisoft?
They try to support some indies. They have.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the hell I heard about Ubisoft that was kind of positive, but it's escaping me right now.
Policy towards gaming in general is that they aren't shitwords. Like EA and Activision have overtaken them by far in being shitwords, which is kind of amazing.
I guess that's what I heard about them.
Yeah, but they just. Their games are all the same. It's all a Ubisoft game.
Yeah, because I think it was. I saw this a couple of while ago. It's like Ubisoft. They're not trying to see games as games anymore. They're trying to see them as what they call as live services.
Yeah.
So it's
right. I forgot about that.
This is why they're like. This is why you can see that they're almost the same, because like it's a big map with stuff to do, and that's about it. Like they're not bad games. Like Far Cry 5 and Assassin's Creed Origin, like they're okay. It's just that it's a map with stuff to do. It's not necessarily like there's no kind of breakthrough there or innovation or nothing new. It's just more of what you expect from a Ubisoft game. And I'm kind of hopeful for Beyond Good and Evil 2, but at the same time, I know it's going to be like it's going to have those elements that the Ubisoft game has. A big map with lots of stuff to do. That's it. That's what one can expect from Ubisoft, but we'll see. I don't know.
What other big companies?
Microsoft, we already talked about that. Well, but there's
EA,
Bethesda.
Sony.
There's Bethesda.
I think Blizzard, Activision Blizzard's going to be there.
No, Blizzard does not go to E3. They have BlizzCon.
Yeah, that's true.
They go to PAX, I think.
Yeah, they do go to PAX. They do reveal stuff.
But they don't go to E3, I think.
No, not Hearthstone.
Activision does, but not Blizzard.
Oh, what about Valve?
Valve does not go to E3 as well.
Oh.
Valve doesn't do conventions in general.
Yeah. I mean, not specifically Valve, but like, do they not have any subsidiary companies?
Nope, they just acquired them. Recently, they bought out Campus Antu Campriti, the guys that made Firewatch.
Oh,
really?
Right. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's true.
Why did I not like that game?
I actually liked it. It's
I mean, it's a narrative. It's a story that you just kind of visual novel, not visual novel. Sorry.
I mean,
what was the?
when
What
people-
was? It's like
when
it's sort of like a
people talk
walking puzzle game, walking experience puzzle game thing.
I don't feel the puzzle thing though. I don't know. I guess it's not like the kind of game I was expecting it to be.
Hmm.
I was expecting more of a
Firewatch.
no, Firewatch. I was expecting more of a
For you to be watching out for fires.
I don't know. I was expecting more of a brothers tale of two sons kind of thing, you know,
Yeah.
or a way out. And what I got was I walked a lot everywhere, and and the writing was superb. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know,
Yeah.
the rest didn't feel gripping. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another shot. I didn't really enjoy it that much though. But the writing was fantastic. Like the writing was great. I think that's the best thing I have to say about the game. So yeah, what else is there in E3?
I'm
really. Well, everything else we don't really know.
I'm kind of looking at what else E3 has. Go on,
there are rumors of a Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater remaster for the PS4, but I find that highly dubious because there is no way, absolutely no fucking way, that Sony, while working with Kojima, would ever spend money in making like a remaster for not a remaster. I think it was like a remake or something. A remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 for Konami. I don't think that they'd actually do that. Like, so I think that's fake. There was a sheet of paper with a lot of fucking crazy things. Crazy things there.
Yeah.
Most of them I think are fake. Kingdom Hearts 3 I think was also there, but I think that's kind of more plausible to happen. But I don't know.
CD Projekt Red is going to be attending
Cyberpunk.
E3. Yep. So we might actually see something for Cyberpunk.
Finally.
Finally, Jesus! How long has it been since they?
Ever since before they released Witcher 3.
Yeah.
So
that trailer's been going on for a while now.
Yep, it's been a while.
Will what are they called? PC thingamajig? You know, Day 9 usually. Host that. What is it? PC Gamer?
I think it's PC Gamer. Yeah, that does that.
Probably going to be like a Devolver Digital bit.
Devolver Digital shenanigans.
Yes, just crazy.
Maybe some updates to some things. Probably the new PUBG map.
Yeah, check a look. Devolver, goddammit.
Probably some, maybe some other. I don't know. Maybe some Fortnite things. Definitely.
Oh,
There's
Team 17 and Techland are going to be there as well.
Ooh, Techland.
What happened to the last zombie game Techland were making even?
Dying Light?
Dying Light?
No, wasn't there some other thing that they were making maybe got cancelled?
Oh, Dead Island 2? It was Deep Silver.
Yeah, but
right.
That
changed. Yeah.
But it was cancelled.
Yeah. Although, speaking of zombie... fuck, what happened?
Oh, what about that?
The battle royale Crytek. For Dying Light.
Crytek. What about Crytek?
What about Crytek?
They were doing The Hunt, if I'm not mistaken.
The Hunt.
That's still on, right? That wasn't.
I saw. I think I saw. I don't think Crytek is attending. I'm not seeing Crytek in the list of.
They got really mixed reviews on Steam. It's still in early access, but they don't seem to be working that hard on it, I think, which is concerning.
Facebook is attending what?
Facebook is what? Oh, probably because of VR stuff.
Ah,
maybe.
right. Yeah, they do own Oculus Gearbox, so we might see Borderlands 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's probably nice.
Back to Techland. They are making a battle royale mode for Dying Light.
Yeah. Cool.
I guess. Whatever. I'm not going to play it, but sure. I want Dying Light 2. Goddammit.
I would also enjoy Dying Light 2.
I would as well.
Sega. What does Sega do?
Sonic.
No. Besides Sonic, didn't TV boycott them for some PC game?
He stopped.
Yeah, he did stop. But
That's what they do. They do Total War.
Of course, Total War. Yeah.
Creative Assembly
they own. But they own Creative Assembly.
They own the Creative Assembly.
And Relic as well.
THQ Nordic will be there.
THQ still exists. Holy shit.
Nordic.
No,
THQ
it's not. It was
they
Nordic Games that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
they
bought.
What is
actually
what company bought them? North something.
Nordic Games.
I think Nordic Games bought THQ Nordic.
That's why they're called THQ Nordic.
Yeah. Okay.
They're probably gonna go there with Darksiders 3, which I have to say, I saw a different trailer for it a while ago, and it seems that the whip now has a feel to it. It's amazing.
Oh my god!
It used to be a wet noodle, and now it actually works. Like that must have been like a very early alpha.
No, it's a wet rope.
Yeah, now it's actually a wet rope. Now you can actually feel the whip a bit. So, yay, excitement again, I guess. I know, we'll see. That must have been like a pretty early alpha build for them.
Yeah.
Just because that felt terrible. It was a fucking wet noodle.
Yes, we know you dislike the wet noodle. Oh god, do we know that?
Oh boy.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
What was that noise? Twitch is gonna be there, obviously.
Yeah, but like, of course they're gonna be there.
Yeah, I guess that's all right. Tencent, bought Path of Exile.
Yeah. Tencent also bought Path of Exile.
I think people are overreacting a bit because Tencent bought a lot of stuff.
Tencent owns Activision Blizzard. They own a part of Ubisoft.
Do they? I did not know that.
Yeah, Tencent owns Activision Blizzard. They also own Ubisoft and Riot Games, and now Grinding Gear Games.
Oh my god!
They also own a part of EA, Capcom. Name one gaming company right now.
BioWare. Oh, EA. Never mind.
BioWare, EA.
Yeah. I don't know.
Gearbox 2K. They have a share in that as well.
Konami.
The thing is, Konami as well. Of course.
Oh god damn it!
I'm not really worried
Namco
about
Bandai Namco.
Bandai, yes, definitely majority shareholders.
Oh Jesus.
I'm not really concerned about Tencent buying Western developers because it's like Tencent only fucks up games in their own market. It's like, no, this is true.
It's funny.
Because that is very reassuring.
It's true because Tencent only wants to change certain business models in their own market. Like they leave Western developers to do whatever they want, like gameplay wise, like development wise. It's just that the business model that they alter for the regions that they are publishing in. That's it.
I see.
And you see that with like Riot Games and everything. Like there are some differences between like League in the West and League in like China. There are some differences in the business model there, and that's clearly Tencent's doing, of course. But they don't really affect like the development thing. They mostly leave developers to do whatever they're doing. It's just that. It's just the business thing that they handle, and I think that's why people dislike them.
Yeah, Daedalic Entertainment is going to be there. So Daedalic.
I for one embrace our new Chinese overlords.
Time to start learning Mandarin.
concerned laughter.
I failed Mandarin multiple times. What? Dalek Entertainment is going to be there. They make Divinity, right? No.
Oh, that's good.
Who makes Divinity? Is it the Dalek Entertainment?
I have no idea.
It's Larian Games.
Oh, Larian. What the fuck does the Dalek make?
They make.
Excuse me, I don't play fucking.
They make
Divinity.
like story RPGs, like that one with the cathedral. I forget the name.
That
was
one
based
with the
on a novel.
cathedral.
It's a thing. I've been meaning to actually try.
Pillars of the Earth?
Yes, that.
Ah, I was gonna say Diablo 1.
Whoa.
What?
It was a church. Well, I guess it's a church,
The
but
Church
still.
of Diablo.
Diablo 1, there's a cathedral in it. Deep Silver is going to be there.
Of course. Oh, Metro Exodus.
Metro!
Oh, yeah,
Metro.
Exodus.
I still haven't finished 2033.
Oh my
Me neither, to be honest. Well, I finished the first one. I haven't finished the second one.
Oh my
Look,
god!
I got stuck on the fucking swamp squid. It's terrible.
Oh my god!
Funcom is going to be there. Focus Home Interactive. Focus Home Interactive. Now, what the hell have they done?
Bloodborne.
Oh,
Blood Bowl, not Born.
Not Bloodborne. Bloodborne is from Software. Sony.
Yes.
okay. Isn't Spider a subsidiary of Focus?
They get published by Focus Home, I think.
Yeah, because I remember seeing their logos, like the logos relate in my mind. Okay,
Yeah.
Spiders, yes. Publisher, yes.
Mars Warwalks.
Yeah, Mawalo.
Oh,
Yeah, Spiders is just this strange company to me. It's like they make those RPGs that it's like you are so close to making something competent, but then they just don't.
Honestly,
What was the latest one?
thing that weirds me out, what I find really confusing about Spiders is that they're profitable somehow.
Yes, I don't understand. Like the games don't look very good.
It's like me and Quantic Dream. Like, how is this guy making money?
Wait, Quantic Dream.
Quantic Dream, at least, a Quantic Dream game is a very unique thing. Not necessarily a good thing, but it's a very unique thing.
Not really a good thing at all.
I think Spiders is
they literally specialize on making effectively
Eurojank
AA clones of AAA titles.
Eurojank clones of AA titles.
Eurojank clones.
Wow.
They kind of do that. They honestly do.
What is your beef with Quantic Dream?
My beef with Quantic Dream.
Apart from being
lazy,
a shitty company, I guess.
Apart from being a shitty company and making incredibly shitty stories with textbook characters and nonsensical storylines with cartoonish villains and
look, Fahrenheit was an event, okay? Heavy Rain, I don't care. Beyond Two Souls was pretty good.
God, Fahrenheit was Beyond Two Souls is fucking terrible.
No, it's okay.
Beyond Two Souls is fucking terrible. The story is fucking terrible. All the every character in it comes straight out of a fucking the textbook on how to write villains and good guys. Like, the story is fucking nonsensical. Like the entire fucking thing is so fucking convoluted and silly.
I think the point of Quantic Dream games is that they are sort of like out of this world.
Quantic Dream doesn't have a good game. They have a not so worse game, and that's Heavy Rain. Like,
I don't know. I genuinely do not know. I don't see what the problem with their games is. Like, if you like this kind of game, play them. If you don't, just don't. Like the one thing that stands out to me about their games is the control scheme of their game just seems silly.
Yeah, of course it's silly.
Why
can't I just press a button to open a door?
But aside from that, like I don't.
Why do I need
think
to
people
spend like
mind.
half an hour?
But that's
I
you.
might.
Sure, but then don't play their games. It's like I don't like to play Dark Souls. I don't play Dark Souls.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not going to say Dark Souls is a shitty fucking game because it doesn't appeal to me. It's like...
I'm not saying it's a shitty game because it appeals to me. I'm saying it's a shitty game because it's a bad game. I genuinely believe that it's not. It's like a.
Do I need to bring out the Last Jedi argument again?
Oh my
God,
no! That's just.
We're already overrunning our time massively.
Oh God.
Okay. Good. Very good.
Let's all take a breather here then and just say just move on. I think it's time to wrap this up because I really don't want to go into this discussion.
I don't want to either, but don't.
A bunch of companies will be there.
Yeah,
more at 11.
More at 11. Let's move on to wrap this up with our recommendations for this podcast.
Okay.
Oh my God. Please, Spellbound, don't shoot. I'm innocent, okay?
You fucking better. Okay. We should... and I recommend things, endorse things, whatever. I'm ripping off another podcast. Hey, that's true.
Hey, this one's on you, man.
So
anyway,
recommend random things. Since I'm gonna start. Since this week and then some has been rather grim. Yes. I'm gonna recommend some levity. I'm gonna endorse some feels good. It's an Instagram account. I've been bothering everybody I can bother with this about watch this video. It's funny, and I think just only our good friend Hydra watched. It's these two British dudes. They just prank one another all the time, and it's piss your pants hilarious. I don't know. It's just amazing. It's really funny. So I would recommend.
If you need a good laugh after the sadness podcast, then you go.
You go there. It's Woody and Kleiny at Woody and Kleiny in Instagram. On Instagram, I will put the link.
Woody.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
It's funny.
Yeah, Woody. Yeah.
It's funny, hilarious.
Woody, I think, is the jumpiest man to ever walk the earth.
Fourth grade kids pissing their pants laughing.
Okay, go on. Recommend a thing. Endorse a thing, rather. You fight it out.
The Slav goes first. I cannot compete against such Slavness.
Yes. Not enough.
Okay, I'm gonna do something that is technically unprecedented and shouldn't be done, but I'm gonna fucking endorse Conan Exiles anyway, even though we talked about it.
That's true.
And I'm gonna endorse it because of a reason we didn't mention, which is Conan Exile is extremely moddable, and you can tweak nearly all the server settings.
Oh my god!
Which means
I can't believe
you can do what I did. It's true.
I can't believe I forgot about the moddability of Conan. Jesus.
Yeah, we kind of all forgot. I wanted to mention it at some point. They just had a blank.
Yeah.
So
mods aren't really that important, right?
I'm gonna find you. I am going to find you, and I'm going to tell you why I hate The Last Jedi. If you do not speak ill of mods, do not speak ill of mods.
Save me. I'm not speaking ill of mods. I'm just making a joke. Please don't.
I know. I'm making a joke to Moon. Go on.
It's very moddable, and the community is growing, and there are servers for everyone. Just look around. Don't stick to the official servers unless you kind of enjoy that, Rust-like feeling, because that's the closest you're going to get to it. But there are so many great communities. I'm currently playing on 2 different RP servers. It's a work. I haven't had so much fun in a very long time. And I love it. I love all the options. Mod can give you... There's even a nearly total conversion medieval team mod. It's janky. Be prepared for issues. Some of the mods don't play nice with each other, but there is so much potential here, and they're just it's effectively modders are just starting to really build up on the base game. Basically, if you're unsure, fine, but watch this space. Keep this game on your radar, because a really high quality, good total conversion mod or rebalance mod or just fixes mod could completely change the game into something a lot greater.
Yep.
Yes.
Mods for Conan Exiles are great.
Yep. Mods for Conan Exiles. That's my endorsement. Mods and private servers.
Yes.
There you go.
Mod it till it crashes.
Yep.
Which will happen, but yeah.
Yes, which will happen.
Okay.
Deal with it.
Powerhead, what about you?
My turn, yay! I'm going to endorse a game that you cannot find on Steam. Ooh.
Oh boy.
I'm going to endorse a game that is only currently available in GOG.
Oh.
So you need to go to GOG and search for this game called Evil Islands. And you need to play it. You need to buy it. You need to play it because it's a fantastic little RPG made by, I believe, a Russian studio. And it's quite interesting. It's like it's a sort of top-down-ish RPG, but it's like a point-and-click.
It's Nival Interactive. Nival Interactive. Yeah, I'm looking at it on GOG right now, but
they're Russians. I know these guys. They've been around for a very long time.
Yeah, they are Russians.
All I can vouch for is they have experience. Their games have been all over the place. They have some gems. They have some real garbage.
Well, this one is one of those gems because this is a really good game. And like, it's a top-down-ish RPG with the point-and-click thing. You play as an amnesiac who wakes up in some ruins and needs to find out what the fuck's going on. And the game is great. It has some very neat mechanics. It has stealth mechanics. It has like body parts, which like you need to you can damage like different parts of the body, and it has like different side effects. There's a magic system. There's a rune system. The crafting in the game is absolutely superb, from the gathering of the materials and actually making the armors yourself and all that. It's a fantastic little RPG that's actually a bit that's gonna take a bit of your time, and like if you want to.
It's quite highly rated on GOG.
Yeah.
What was it called again?
Evil Islands: The Curse of the Lost Soul.
What the hell?
Just Evil Islands, you will see it.
Yeah, just search for Evil Islands, you'll see it. Like
GOG.
It's a fantastic little RPG, little gem of a game, and it's incredibly fun. And it has a lot of unique and neat mechanics for an RPG of that kind. And yeah, I recommend it because it's a very good game, and they deserve their game to be more known because it's great. I love it.
All right then.
It's an old game, but it still works perfectly fine on modern engines as long as you use the Windows compatibility mode, which is acceptable, I guess. So yeah, that's my recommendation.
Cool.
A wonderful little gem that you'll definitely have fun with if you enjoy RPGs or just little gimmicky games.
Yep. All right. Well, I suppose that's it. That's it for this episode.
We did it.
Yay. Next time, less sadness.
I do no guarantees.
No guarantees.
No guarantees.
Hopefully, also less bankruptcies and failed games.
Yes.
And lawsuits.
Yes. Lawsuits. Yes. And, definitely, we definitely need less lawsuits.
Yes.
Or at least lawsuits in the right place and not.
Well, in any case, we will. I guess we'll see you next time. Say goodbye, people.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time, where we shall have joy and candy and chocolates and rainbows and unicorns.
Charlie, come to the Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Okay. Also, if you haven't watched Infinity War, it's a pretty good movie.
Oh God.
Just want to say that. Okay. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye.
Bye,
good morning. Whatever the hell the time is on your side.
Good day, sir. Good day.
Yes. Bye-bye.
I need you to read this one.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Moon.
It's your turn.
What?
Oh my god, I'm sound testing for fuck's sake.
Oh,
Oh my god, we lost him.
The leg is on fire.
Okay, so follows. The quick brown dog jumps over the lazy fox. Decided to replace the head of the
Like the quick brown fox is just the quick brown dog 3 times.
My brain decided that is the one, okay?
Amazing. Amazing. This was amazing.